Welcome to the Texas Consilium Show. I'm Michael Yorba, your host. My guest today is Daniel Gutierrez. He is the president of Tige Boats Incorporated. Daniel, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I'm glad you're here. Congratulations on your nomination for the Texas Business Excellence Award. Give us some insight into you, about yourself and your business.
Well, I'm president of Tige Boats, and I was recently appointed. That would have been earlier this year. And previous roles within the company were chief operating officer prior to this. And then before that, I was a director of product design and marketing. So I've been at the company now for a little over 16 years and actually started right out of college and have just kind of climbed my way up. So the owner and founder and our active CEO of the company, Charlie, has been a mentor of mine and part of the way for me in everything that I've ever done professionally and got me to this point. So heavily involved in every aspect of the company and always have been, and it's gotten to that point with me personally. As far as the company, Tige Boats was founded in 1991 and began manufacturing in California. And then in 1995, we moved to Abilene, Texas, where we've been manufacturing ever since, and we've continued to grow and push the envelope in the wake boat and wake surf boat segment, and continue to do so every day.
Give us your vision, say 5 years out for the business.
5 years out would be just to continue on the pace that we're on. I have no complaints with that. We're experiencing this year actually a little bit over 50% growth over last year, even with a very talented team and a dealer network of about 76 different dealerships worldwide, predominantly in North America. I think the goal is to keep doing what we're doing. We always make an effort to innovate. We always make an effort to, give that differentiating factor within the market space that we're in, which everybody really knows that that's the normal way about things. But some of the moves that we've made over the past couple of years are beginning to generate a lot of fruit, I guess, to say, for lack of a better term. But it's really just it's in a good place. The network we have, the team that we have, and it would be to continue to grow and get ourselves up to a higher volume number and get a lot more people out into boating.
What makes your business so special?
And I think it's the people. I think that'd be the number one thing. The Abilene, Texas, the culture and the nature of the community that we're in, our staff, the amount of employees that we have that have been loyal for a long time. We have so many employees that have been here 15, 20, even 25 years. So the time frame that they've been a part of it, I think the passion that people have for the product that we make, it's a very specialized crafted product. Every bit of our boats are handmade from the beginning to the end. You're not going to come into our factory and see robots and a whole bunch of other, automated machines and things like that. So, the people and the care and the craft that goes into doing what we do, I'd say is the most special. And then after that, when we think of, having tens of thousands of owners worldwide that go out, and boating is one of these things that you can do with your family, and it's fun and it's active and it, generates a lifestyle that there's a lot of it that's achievement for people to get into a boat, which isn't necessarily a need as much as a want. I think all of those things are what makes it special. And then it's our job to just produce and put it in their hands.
Now, the Texas Consilium Award is based on business excellence. So the criteria encompass areas like customer satisfaction, operational excellence, employee satisfaction, and business performance. Describe how your company exemplifies excellence.
I think first things first is that, the people I said it was the people that make us special, but also, we have a high list of standards. We're at 15 years of winning the CSI, Marine Manufacturers CSI Award for Customer Service Index, which says that we've performed at over 90%, actually closer to 95% for us on our overall ratings as a company year over year. And that involves everything from our dealer network to ratings on quality of product, everything like that. And we've been approaching even 100%. For the most part. And for 15 years straight, that's the most awards that have ever been given in our segment of this business. On top of that, the standard that we hold our employees to, without a doubt, is gonna speak volumes about that. As much as the job is, we love our people and they're part of our culture, it's also, it's a job to be earned, and growth within the company and things like that. I think those are a big part of it for how the culture relates to a standard that we have. Winning awards, customer service awards, innovation awards, and things like that. I could probably run down the list on that as well. But really, that customer service and quality standard by the National Marine Manufacturers Association is kind of the standard and benchmark that we're rated by within the industry.
What now? If you're speaking to an audience of Texas business leaders, and they want to improve their own business and leadership through your journeys, what lessons have you learned you'd like to share with them now?
Man, that's a big one. I don't want to sit here and act like I've learned everything or I'm the wisest one of the bunch. I'd probably have to say I'd learned more from all of them before they'd learn from me. But the way we operate, the way I prefer to operate, is the first thing is just to appreciate everybody, and truly, for me, it's a goal to listen before I speak, and it's a goal to make sure that our company culture is designed about respecting people's talents and really trying to be aware of where their opportunity might lie to put them into the best fit. As a manufacturer, and an OEM manufacturer at that, we cover a lot of departments, a lot of things. We have customer service and warranties are equally as important as how good we look in the marketing department. So as you cover that entire range, I think the biggest step for us has just been about respecting our people, giving them an opportunity to grow. I think I'm a prime example of growth from within. Hopefully it's working for everybody, but the belief that we're going to grow from within, and the people who have put the blood, sweat, and tears into making us who we are know that they're always going to have a high ceiling with this company. And as boating continues to be a strong thing to do, especially during this COVID thing, the place to social distance, that we make the most of the opportunity to make sure our people know that they can rise up and do it within this company. So that's probably a big one. And then after that, it's things. We have a handmade product. As with anything, there's going to be failures. There are going to be issues. And for us, it's really about how you respond far more than getting caught up in the weeds of things are going to happen. Growing companies are going to have pains. And for us, we just, look out for our customer and make sure that we can get them back on the water.
What is your company doing in the way of social responsibility, giving back into the community?
The biggest thing would be that when COVID hit in March, and we probably all remember the two distinct days for me were the 13th and the 18th of March. One when it hit the fan, and the 18th when the stock market began to make us all question what was going to happen. We had to react and respond really quick. And the first thing that we did was we didn't freak out. And we went into saying, how can we activate? And so for the most recent memory I have here with this is that we put our whole team on staff and changed our entire production facility to create personal protective equipment. So we were making face masks and face shields, and we ramped up really quick. And over the course of about 5 weeks, we ended up turning out 30,000 face shields and 10,000 face masks. We switched over all of our sewers. We took all of our assembly guys. Responsibility within the company was definitely to spread out. We have 135,000 square feet to spread out with when we got into it. But that was a big focus for us, and it ended up supplying really nationwide. We were sending shields to everywhere we could. We made sure and take care of our hometown here, and that all of our medical people, anyone in teaching professions, anyone that was a first responder, all had adequate gear, at least that we were able to provide, as well as using our resources for some other materials, bodysuits, and things like that we have access to for being in the business we're in. I think that's a big part. We always give back to the community constantly. Without the city of Abilene, we wouldn't even be here in the manner that we are, and their support and partnership. So I think responsibility within the community is huge, just to give back. But I think the personal protective thing was a big one for us, and our whole team jumped on board and got with it.
Thank you for that answer. What do you want your legacy to be?
If it's mine personally, I haven't thought about it enough, but just to listen, respond, care about people. There's people get you everything, and it all comes back around, in my opinion. So, that I worked hard. I think I work harder than anyone, and so if I led by example and took the time to care about what people care about, I'd probably say even in the growth of my position, people is the hardest part and the most rewarding part all the same. So to be receptive and be responsive to what they need is only going to make us a better company. And maybe when it's all said and done, they look back and say, yeah, that guy was all right. Then, I did more than not.
Good answer. All right, that concludes the portion of the interview for the public. Stick around for a little bit. We got a couple more questions for the voting panel.
Okay, thanks.